Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. A number of years ago I built table Lazy Susans, and I did a few of them as a Christmas gift, and frankly they're a hit. I'll show you a picture here of the one that I built that's still in our house and holding up well today. So I've been requested to build a few more, and now that Christmas is over, I can go ahead and release this video and show you what I did. It's nothing magical, it's nothing spectacular, but I'll at least show you what I did and how I got there. The Lazy Susans, or the taco wheel as my kids like to call them, is about 17 inches in diameter, so it's a good size, but we really found that it's just a really good size for the table. You make yours whatever size you want. I'm just going to show you what I did. We're going to use Bubinga for the center, just like the original. And my local dealer here, Glacier Hardwoods, just had a really killer piece of Bubinga, so we're going to use that. I have some leftover scrap walnut from, I believe that the scrap walnut is left over from the end tables, so we're going to use that. And then I had some really nicely figured maple that's, frankly, it's been in my shop for a long time. It's not getting used. It's just sitting there waiting for that just right project. And I don't know if this is just that right project, but it's what we're going to use. And the recipients of these Lazy Susans will be grateful that we put that figured maple in there. So anyways, let me get these glued up, and then we'll go over to the bandsaw and I'll show you what I'm doing. So there's the 3 Lazy Susans all glued up. I'll give that at least a few hours, and then we'll get it off to the template and get those cut out. Okay, so I had a hard time deciding which side of this one I liked better. They're both just gorgeous. So I called in the expert, i.e. the wife, and she came out and told me this was the side to keep. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep this side. So on the bottom, I used a large straight edge and just found center point, at least rough, of the board. It doesn't have to be dead on, but it needs to be pretty close. So now that I got my center point, I'm just going to drill a small hole in here which matches the dowel size in my jig. Mine is 7/16. I don't know what yours is going to be, but mine's 7/16. So I put a piece of blue tape on here for a stop, and all I'm going to do is drill that hole for my jig. Okay guys, I apologize. My battery in my camera went dead as I was cutting the actual pieces. So I reset up just a piece of 3/4 plywood. I've got a hole out here, 7/16 hole that matches where my pin is, and I'm 8.5 inches from the blade, so that sets up my 17-inch diameter, and all we have to do then is cut it out. Now in the real pieces, I didn't drill all the way through like I did in this plywood. I just drilled part way through to fit that stub, because that's going to go on the bottom side underneath the hardware. So I'll show you how this works. There's just tons of YouTube videos out there on how to build a circle jig for your bandsaw. So give those a look if this is something you want to do. They're just not hard to build. Okay, so all I do with these is kind of eyeball center, kind of get it where I want it, set a little pilot hole, just don't go too deep, and pop the screw in. The hardware parts I picked up at the big box store. They're available there. I think they're about $9 or $10. And I usually put 4 in here. I had already put 1 in, but now you can kind of see how it works. And I still got some sanding to do. And I got to locate the rest of the holes. And we'll get some finish on them. And we'll be ready to go. Okay, back to the Armor Seal for finish. I will probably do 6, 7, maybe 8 coats on these. I want a little thicker film. And this stuff is really soaking it up. So this is going to take me a while. So we'll just see you on the other end. Okay, so I use this toolbox tray liner material for the bottom sides of the Lazy Susans just to protect the table. Usually I get it in black, but the big box store was out of black, so blue it is. No big deal. It's on the underside. You never really see it anyway. So I just trace it out and then cut it out. Okay, so from there, all I do is drop some CA glue on here to hold it down. I just put something bigger on there. Doesn't have to be this nice circle. Just something bigger and a little bit of weight, and let that cure for a few seconds. Well, there they are, guys, all wrapped up and completed. I ended up with about 5 coats of Armor Seal on the tops of them. I think that'll be sufficient. It's nice to get a quick win. I think all told, with curing times and everything else, I think I was about 2 days in this project, which in this hobby is just, it's not much. So there they are. Until next time, guys, take care.